All right, everyone. Welcome back to the Buckle Bomb. I'm screaming into the mic because I'm very excited for today's guest. He is basically the whole reason why I'm here. Part of the reason.
Yeah, you bet.
It's your host, your star boy, Primo Campos, my boy,
Jay Mazing,
in the building.
always.
And basically our man in the sky telling us basically what to do.
Previously referred to as the Holy Spirit of production.
Almonds.
Almonds.
You know, my mom's going to hate me. I used to go to church all the time. I can't remember. What is it? It's the Spirit, the Holy Ghost.
Oh, my.
Yeah, those are the same one. What's after that?
Wait. Okay, let me think this through. It's the man.
Not Becky Lynch.
Take this boy to church.
The man, the Holy Spirit, the man above, almonds. Okay, can we just say who it is? Because this podcast is nuts. Ayo, hit that laugh track. Hit the laugh track.
We actually have a laugh track.
Almonds. Okay, it's Keanu. Yay! Yeah, for those who don't know, if you don't watch any shows, first of all, you're crazy. Watch our freaking shows.
Exactly.
They're really good.
Please.
But if you do watch
Halloween
our shows...
Hardcore.
Yeah. Halloween Hardcore, shout out. If this comes out before that. Hope to God, right?
It will.
Yeah? Peace. I mean, cool. Sorry.
Peace? Is that the podcast already?
Goodbye, everyone. What a good podcast. Watch the shows, because if you do watch the shows, you will know exactly who Keanu is. He is basically the head commentator, right?
The head play-by-play commentator, the lead commentator, your voice on every Saturday night edition of AAPW.
For those of you who don't know, this man is using his hands like aggressively.
I'm practicing
like
my Jeff Goldblum,
a Joe
you know.
Pesci Italian. Like hand movements.
Hey, what's up? The two of youths over here, you know, you asked me to be on this podcast, and I'm obliging.
We'll do an accent off right now. I'll do an accent. I don't want to do that.
You lost the accent off before the show started.
All right, we were talking about Philadelphia and hot dogs, and they didn't like my Philly accent.
You also thought that Arnold Schwarzenegger was from Australia, but that's none of my business.
Oh boy, this podcast, I've messed up the Holy Trinity. Arnold Schwarzenegger is basically part of the Holy Trinity. Like, let's be honest, that guy is. Yeah. This is going off the rails very fast. This is the fastest it's gone off the rails. But yeah,
I don't know, man. I really don't.
I can barely even tell. But Keanu, welcome. I am very surprised we have not had you on sooner.
Glad to be here. I wanted it to be a little later.
Why is that?
You know, I want to, have a little bit more, stuff to do and stuff like that when it comes to making my wrestling debut and whatnot.
True that. We actually, behind the scenes, peek behind the curtain, we're all in a little, I call it the P-Boy chat, because, production, they always sigh every time I say the P-Boy. It's so, because, okay,
it's
look.
It's not catchy, but
it's catchy. Okay, look, think about it.
It's not going to stick, a P-Boy.
Think about it. Think about it. Okay, it's Super Mario.
It's going to stick because all of our fans, all of our viewers are going to look at this podcast and be like, the P-Boys, huh?
The P-Boys.
Got it.
Bro, look, think about it. Think of the merch. Okay, Super Mario, there's a P block, okay? And when you step on it, it unveils things you may not have seen before. Production, they don't always get to see the behind the scenes. We're the P-Boys. We're giving them the P-Boy insider talk right now.
What did you call it?
The P block? It's the P block.
Yeah.
Right, Keanu?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the P block.
You don't know what the P block is?
You step on the block and then it turns everything
into
coins.
It's a blue switch. Yeah. And it reveals black. You're not a real gamer. Gamers unite. Give me a high five, Keanu.
No.
He gave me the high five. No, he didn't. I gave myself a high five. I really hope
Today's sponsor is self-esteem.
I really hope the audio picked that one up. What do you...
Oh, I love it, Jay Mazing. I love it. I love it.
This is what I go through every single day. Fun fact, from the moment I got here, I was roasted extensively for doing...
That is not a fact. It was probably 2 or 3 days in.
Yeah. What did I do?
You brought it on yourself.
Oh, yeah, because you guys looked up my Facebook profile, and it was like, jabroni.
No. You
showed
brought the attention to it.
I did it. No.
I did.
I had you guys send me a friend request, and Keanu was the one that picked it up. He looked at it. He was like, because I spelled jabroni wrong.
You spelled it jaborni.
I spelled it jabroni. Well, first of all, they called me a mark. Well, there was a lot of things. I showed you guys my song playlist.
Oh,
it was a bunch of wrestlers'
I was
playlist.
about to bring that up. Yes. Speaking of Mark, we told him that he was a mark because of his wrestling.
My workout playlist.
Filled playlist.
Was filled.
All WWE.
And
music.
AAW. And AAW.
And
It doesn't make it
so
better.
his response to this, to be less marky, was to make a second playlist
Let me look it up right now.
titled Not a Mark V2
Yeah,
and wanted
boy.
us to know he meant version 2 like Matt Hardy.
Why do you remember that so vividly? Oh my god. So here's what happened. You guys made fun of me because I had a workout playlist.
You still have this in 2020.
I still do.
Like, we met you in May.
Nope, it was
June,
the end
whatever.
of July. It was the beginning of July.
End of June. July.
And the gym. Okay. So that's been about, 5 months now that we've known each other. And you still have this
it's been that long?
playlist.
Wow.
I'm pretty serious now.
I love. We're not there yet. We're not quite there. But I made a first playlist. It was Not a Mark, and then I put rock, like in parentheses, rock. And then I was like, you know what? Let's spice it up. Let's put everything in the next playlist. And so I put Not a Mark V2 because Matt Hardy is really cool.
But he's not a Mark.
He's a Matt.
What?
Heyo.
He's a Matt fan.
You're an MFer?
Yeah, it's not a Mark.
Are
So
you an MFer?
Not a Mark. I'm a Matt. I'm a Matt fan. I'm an MFer. I really hope my family doesn't hear this because they're going to be like, what a nerd. Please don't come back.
I am going to share this with your family. You have them on your Facebook. So I hope you know you've just made
I just got
Yeah,
dogged
I'll send it to your mom.
Jesus Christ. Mom, please don't listen. I'm a good boy, I promise. And I'm not a loser like you think I am.
This is getting dark.
Yeah. My God. Anyways.
So you're
Keanu.
wrestling, right?
We do that here.
Okay, so anyways, getting off of crapping on your most favorite person in the world, both of you, and listeners at home.
Hopefully. Rihanna.
Hey.
No.
Okay. Keanu,
Yes, sir.
you are head commentator. When did you start commentating?
I think it was actually about 2.5 years ago.
Yeah. What did it start here?
Yeah, it started here. And can you guess how I fell into this position? I'll give you one guess. For you, both of you.
Did you get injured?
Yeah!
Hey!
Get the prices right.
Yeah, he's injured.
That's exactly how it started.
How did what happened? Like, what injury happened?
We were actually doing a drill where to get out of the ring. I don't know if I'm pulling back the curtain a little too much here on wrestling. But I took the fall wrong, ended up slamming my left knee on the ring apron,
Ouch.
which, if you listen to Monday Night Raw, Michael Cole always says, it's the hardest part of the ring, brother. So, you know.
Does he say brother? Does he say brother?
Is he allowed to?
I don't know if he's allowed to. He's not one of us.
But go ahead.
But, so I banged it really hard and ended up tweaking it. Was out of commission for about, I want to say 2 weeks. And back then, we were actually doing weekly shows and whatnot. So I was hanging around back with the former lead commentator and George De La Isla, the former owner of AAPW. He retired.
Yeah.
And I was just sitting there calling the matches without a mic or anything like that. I was just kind of like underneath my breath, like, oh, he hit him with a kitchen sink, like, oh my God. And it caught the ire of George. And the next week, I remember the car ride home because I had to take him home that day. Mm-hmm. He was like, yeah, I'm putting you on commentary next week.
Dang,
and
were you scared?
Like, oh, hell yes. Oh, hell yes. I had never spoken to that degree or anything like that. And I never forget the piece of advice he told me. Yeah. Was just like, just call what you see. Like, don't overthink it. Yeah. Don't go too far.
That's a big thing here in the wrestling world. I get told that in training all the time. Quit overthinking it.
Yeah.
And it applies to everything, I feel.
That's usually like a wrestler's worst enemy. It's just like themselves and whatnot. But yeah, so that next week, I dressed up in my finest purple attire, you know.
Purple rain.
Yes, I was bringing the Prince vibes that day. I was doing that and then started commentating with Eddie and George. Mm-hmm. And we lost power.
Oh, wow. Your first.
Nice.
Wow. Honestly, with AAPW, I'm not surprised because there's it seems like every show something happens. Like everything will be perfect. You'll probably touch on this later. Before every show, everything will be perfect. And then one thing will happen like 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 5 minutes before. And it's like, well,
Yeah.
What do we do now?
Yeah, it is. Oh my goodness, man. It really hurts because it's like you guys do such hard work, such good jobs and whatnot. I know, pat yourselves on the back, production. Woohoo, P-Boys.
Yeah, P-Boys.
See, you got it.
P-Boys.
But you guys do such good work setting things up, and we do the test, and everything's working perfectly fine until like that 5-minute window when we're not at the computer. We're actually, having our meeting with everybody in Pops.
Yeah.
And then something just magically goes wrong.
Honestly.
Like, well, no, it's just
there was one show, I think 2 shows back, where it almost went flawless. I'd say, what was it, the audio?
I mean,
I can't remember, but I remember it was like, you guys were like, yo, that is like the best thing we've done.
There was a day where we literally got, like, Jay Mazing and we got so nervous. Yeah. Because everything was going
I remember.
correctly.
I was like, I remember coming up to you guys. I was like, dude, this is going so good. And you were like, shut up. Stop. Shut up. Jay was so freaked out. He was bugging. You're like, dude, shut up. Nope, you're going to jinx it. Stop.
Yeah,
shut
you're
up.
going to jinx it.
Stop talking.
You're going to jinx it.
Because that's all it takes.
Yeah.
Every show before that, my very first show here, I walked in as the sound guy. And there was no sound.
Yeah, that was fun. But like,
yeah, like you two, honestly, okay, so basically for everyone, sorry to cut you off, but basically Jay and Keanu you guys are production more so than me. You guys know the ins and outs.
You do your fair share.
I try. You guys, I'm like that little kid. You're like, you're playing with your little brother on the game system, and you're like, here's a controller, and it's not plugged in. That's basically what I do. I do little stuff compared to what you guys do. Let's make it sappy. I've done it like 2 weeks in a row now.
Speaking of, before you get into that banner right behind you, I'm gonna need that moved.
Yep, that's part of my production work. Hit the P switch. We're coining that. That's trademark. Hit the P switch. We're pulling back the curtain.
I hate you.
You entertained it.
You can edit that out, Mr. Sound Guy.
Whoa. That's tough.
It won't sound smooth.
True. Yes. It stays in. No, but yeah, you guys are basically the main leads of production. Jay, you're basically you are head of sound. You're head of video, and then you're kind of a lead over everything. Like you're.
I don't really like to
nerd game master. You're the game master of everything.
I am not the game master.
Shout out to my nerds out there. What's up, game master? But
are you saying game?
Game. Game.
Okay.
The school, we love everyone, no matter what you do and what you love. We love you. Okay. Game.
I don't like to look at it as like I'm above anybody. I like the fact that
we report to you though. Pops didn't Pops specifically say that? Well, he said it to me. I report to both of you guys.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's more of a committee. Like, I don't like the whole leadership type thing because that means I have to take all the, like, responsibility or whatnot, but also it makes me feel kind of like...
I see.
I'm not over any of you guys. Okay. I'm just here to work with you.
You're so humble.
And especially, like, with me and him at least, like, we came back, or he came back and I came for the first time at the same time.
Yeah. Which is really apropos because you guys are literally like a yin and yang. In terms of, like, sound... In terms of like sound and
I know you.
For those of you who don't know, what just happened? They looked at each other's skin colors. Keanu's black and Jake's white.
We both thought it.
Okay. You give him a high. Okay. All right. I am. Oh, this is bullcrap. Jesus Christ, this is
so yes, yin and yang go on.
You guys are the yin and yang because you come in with the sound that's an opposite spectrum, but it fits in with video, which you do, which is opposite of opposite, same in the same. So yeah, I really like this. You guys do not get enough credit. Like I know, like after shows, everyone's like, yeah, production, like we did. That sometimes happens, but like even beforehand, they're like, production, we're doing good.
He really did.
I mean, we'll be real. Like production, but I feel like that's in every industry. The production side of it never gets the credit it really deserves sometimes. And I feel like you guys don't get that much credit. If okay, make it sappy. I was thinking about this on the car right here.
You were actually thinking of what
I'm thinking. Well, no, I was just thinking about how I got to this point.
Oh, right.
I came in. I don't know if I've said it on the podcast yet. I tried to talk to Pops 2019 when I first moved here in August. Found out how much it cost, and I was like, okay, I got to go away for a while, make my money, come back.
Yeah.
I came back again in January and was like, Pops, I really want to do something. Is there anything I can do? And he was like, well, not yet. I don't see anything for you. And then I came back in June, and And I was like, hey, man, I really love wrestling. I really want to be a part any way that I can. Please, if there's anything that I can do, I'll pick up trash with my bare hands if you let me. Just let me be a part of this. And he was like, oh, do you like production stuff? And I was like, I've always wanted to do something with like camera work. And he was like, all right. And he called, I believe, you two into the office. And he was like, are you willing to learn? I was like, yep. And he looked at Keanu and he looked at Jay and he was like, all right, if he's willing to learn, like, take him in. Like, but he did ask if it was up to you guys, and you guys just said yeah. And you guys took me in. And
all I'm going to say to add to that, to make it a little sappy, is like, since then you have rarely ever missed a day. You always put your best foot forward. So
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I do appreciate the hard work you do.
Thank you.
No, yeah, that's a fact. Gotta pat yourself on the back too, because it is the three of us now, but we did have other people here, and for the same reasons that they're not here, you really step up.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. But basically what I'm saying, if it wasn't for, Keanu and Jay, I don't know where I would be. Obviously, I think I would start training like somewhere around this time, but I wouldn't have been able to have been exposed to what wrestling really is, what goes behind wrestling. I was always interested in it, but I won't lie, like I never had the guts to actually go and try it. But yeah, you guys taking me in and actually trying to teach me things like, Jay, you taught me like almost every single wire when I first came in, what wire goes where, how to like funnel it through the wall that we use. Keanu was trying to teach me how to edit, which I wish I would have done, but my laptop is poopy.
We have to change that one pretty soon.
Yeah.
All the laptops.
Yeah, my laptop is like it's like a 20-something, it's like an early 2000 teens like pavilion.
How do you game?
I don't. Well, on my PlayStation.
Oh, you're a console peasant.
We made it sappy, and you just made it heated. You know what?
Brother.
No, but I mean, like, yeah, Keanu, you put forth an effort to teach me, like, how to do things. Like, I didn't even, in all honesty, I was wanting to come in here and, like, do, like, a little vlog thing, which I still haven't done because I suck at editing and I really haven't been able to learn. I came in wanting to use a camera. I didn't know a thing about a camera. I lied my, can I bleep? I'm not going to cuss. I lied my butt off whenever I was talking to you guys, talking about, like, I somewhat knew what I was doing. But, like, I don't know if you recognize it or not, but I did know what I was doing.
Oh, I knew exactly.
Yeah. And you took time to teach me, and you're like, here's this button, here's how you hold it, here's how you steady it, here's where you aim it, here's how you record. Like, you literally, like, taught me, how to use a camera, like a basic camera.
I mean, I went to school for this.
Yeah.
So.
So, yeah, basically the whole point of that is to say, because I haven't been able to say it yet, but, like, thank you guys for bringing me in. Because, because I always wanted to do a podcast too, and I bought a crappy like $60 mic off of Amazon.
That was your first mistake.
Yeah. I bought a $60 crappy mic off of Amazon because I wanted to do a podcast with my, at the time, roommate. It sounded crappy, but I was going to do it anyways, and then I came here, knew you were with sound, and I was like, dude, like, I can finally do a podcast, and I can do it for something, with a reason. And you brought this, everything that you're listening to right now is because of Jay. It's like, what, you spent thousands of dollars on this?
You can't hear the flex.
Okay, the flex. Jay spent $1,000 on this.
More than that.
More than 1,000, 2,000, 2K.
Yeah. It was like, what, 25 in the end, right?
2,500? This man spent $2,500 for a podcast, for podcast equipment. Like, that's dedication, and he's willing to let us use it in wrestling with a bunch of beefy men and women whose testosterone. Okay, look, I'm trying. Okay, buddy. Okay, I'm trying. But I mean, like, you're bringing it into this like environment where maybe podcast equipment shouldn't be, because everyone can get a little bit rowdy, but like you are really dedicated to making stuff happen. Jay, you're dedicated to it, and you're definitely dedicated to it. These guys, 24/7, you guys have jobs outside of this. Jay and Keanu literally do things for the school outside of the school. Jay, you work overnight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this man works overnight. Literally, we leave the school at like, what, 10:30, 11 sometimes? Jay literally has to, you have like 2 hours before you have to go to work, or like an hour?
Hour and a half.
An hour and a half. And this man goes to his job. While doing his job, is trying to edit these freaking podcasts. Keanu goes home.
Keep that in the quiet. I don't want my boss to know.
I mean, Jay is a very hard worker and only focuses on his work. But then Keanu, this man, I have seen this man stressed out of his freaking mind about everything he does for this. You were like, you were having a job hop for a little bit because like crap was happening. You were getting like allergic reactions.
Yeah.
At another job.
Well, yeah, with the one with COVID going around and whatnot, it was very hard to actually get stable work. And then when I got a job, it turns out that they didn't really like
accommodate.
I wouldn't say accommodate because they don't care about human rights, so to speak. And in my opinion, sorry to put you down, but I mean, I'm calling spade a spade. Sorry, I like all humans. And, love is love, Black Lives Matter, all that type of stuff. But so I left, got a job, and got allergic. I got an allergic reaction to just washing the dishes. And again, they didn't really care. Yeah, and it's like, well, I'm going to care about my body and my well-being before.
Yeah, you rightfully left.
Yeah. And ended up lucking into a job outside where actually it works very well with my schedule.
But like the fact of the matter is you're working a lot. In that time, you were still like doing stuff for the school. You were still theory crafting different ways to make the show look better. We were shooting promos. You were having to edit those. We were doing promos after the matches. They ended up not going up for my fault. I'll take it. Both times, my fault. But you still took time to look at them, edit them, and then you even came back and you gave me some notes to like make them better. You were doing all of this while COVID is going. Both of you guys are doing all this crap while COVID is going on, and you have jobs and you have lives. You were even in school at one point while you were doing this, right? You were taking classes.
Yeah, I started as an intern.
This man, Jay, was literally when I came in. Jay was taking classes, getting ready to graduate. You were juggling school, graduating, your job, and this school.
It's the dedication to this business.
That's what I'm saying. So, okay. Right now, I need everyone to thank Jay and Keanu because they do... No, for real. No, honestly. Because you guys do so much hard work, and most of it goes unnoticed.
Don't do that. Just do me a favor. Please like, favorite, comment, share, and subscribe, please.
Yeah,
please.
Man.
That would actually...
Actually, what's the timing right now in this podcast?
We're about 20 minutes in.
20 minutes in? Oh, yeah. So no. So now we can actually talk about the other stuff, the stuff that people don't want to listen to, since, our watch retention is like 5 minutes.
God. My mom will listen this far. Yeah, I mean, I want you to, because this originally was to have you come on, but I feel like,
it's not a one-person show. It's a 3-man show when it comes to production.
You guys are the main heads, so I just want to hear you guys talk about production. Because, you guys do the heavy lifting. You could be honest.
Stop being so,
Jay's flexing.
I'm trying to be humble here. He's trying to show off his, his 1-pack.
And, eat a sandwich.
One really large... Pack. Small ab.
Large, small ab. Singular ab.
I mean, it's the skinny fat syndrome.
No, but I want to hear you guys talk about like what goes into production. Like you guys can delve in deep as you want because I feel like it's an interesting side to hear.
Migraines.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like let's talk about what happened last show. You guys want to talk about what happened last show?
I was dealing with a migraine all throughout that show.
I remember. I thought you were gonna.
I think I had one by the end of it.
Yes, you guys were very angry. It was very difficult.
It was a very disappointing show on production side because again, it was one of those things where we tested everything, made sure everything was correct, and we got a word that audio was an issue. But they weren't really specific about what that issue was.
Yeah.
In my mind, I thought, the audio's kind of trash. We'll switch it out. No, that meant we had no commentary whatsoever. And I didn't know about this until the show was almost 3 matches in. And
well,
Jake can talk about the sound.
Even watching it back, we had commentary in the beginning.
And then it just dipped out.
Yeah.
It stopped.
You see,
that's exactly what happens.
We don't make this up.
This always
people.
happens. That the second show my second show, it was showing footage from like earlier in the day, and it was like stuck and it was frozen on that. But like on your guys' end, it was showing perfect.
Yeah.
And then we go watch the show, and it wasn't like until halfway into the show, it was like, okay, here's the action, and it's like, how did that happen?
Exactly, and that's just like the detriment of working with the equipment that we're blessed with.
Go ahead, shoot on him, man.
But
let him know. Maybe he'll listen.
Oh, please. No, but it's like, we on our end, we're looking at a perfectly fine show because we're the master channel and whatnot. and we're looking at what the camera sees. But when it comes to broadcasting and using the streaming functions and streaming equipment, something gets lost in translation and just something happens.
Yeah.
And I want that to change. And that's one of the things that I'm stressing about constantly, because I want that to change. Like, my goal is to get off of production.
Yeah. Let's talk about that too later. Yeah.
So yeah.
We're done to talk about that.
But I want the show to, just be one button, click go on, and then that's it.
Would you like to talk about what happened with the sound last show? The afterwards?
What happened with
when we looked at the YouTube channel?
What happened with that?
Copyright.
Oh my god.
That has been a thing since I've come.
Okay, let me just climb up on my soapbox real quick. I think after my second or third show, I started stressing the point of, this place can't make money. This place can barely even keep its streams, its matches, its shows online because everybody is using their favorite song on Spotify or YouTube or wherever. And I tell them day after day after day after day.
He's not lying.
I even offered, when I had the time before I started taking on even more for the school, to make them music. I run a studio.
Shout it out. Shout out your
everything.
studio.
Money Shot Music. Shout it out. That's not what this is about.
Money Shot.
This is not what it's about.
Money Shot made it.
I offered to make everyone in the building an instrumental to come out to for $20. I was going
Or
to
even a hamburger.
Or that is literally what
you
the
said a
deal was.
hamburger.
$20 or something to eat.
Yep.
That was the deal.
A Baconator.
One person took me up on it a little bit too late.
Yeah. R.I.P. Yeah, that's production, man. Like, it's...
I mean, it's more of, this is what you have to do when you have to be in, quote-unquote, charge of, 18 to 20 people.
And to be fair, like, everyone here, that like, we're training to be professional wrestlers. We aren't all the way there yet. But that's the... well, I mean, we are a school, so it'll have to take some beating into. Like, we're going to have to pound it into their heads. But, yeah, production, you guys go through a lot.
I mean...
A lot.
It's pretty much, like... just these are the growing pains now.
It's school.
Yeah, exactly. This is the growing pains, but for production's sake and whatnot, this is a brand new team. Mm-hmm. It's the first quote unquote team we've had. I mean, I remember a couple years ago when I was actually first starting to train, and I got placed on production. It was just myself and Eddie. Ooh. And I'll tell you a funny story about that one. So Eddie, I wouldn't say he's a bad teacher, but he didn't teach me a lot of things when it comes to doing running this show. I actually had to learn a lot on my own, and I remember clear as day we were doing a show, a memorial show for Scotty Bickley, rest in peace, Scotty. And we're doing the commentary, and then something happens on production. And I remember Vaughn, he taps Eddie on the shoulder, and Eddie just disappears.
Wow.
And now it's just me, and I have to commentate. I'm a one-man show now, commentating on these matches. This is like my third or fourth time ever really doing this. So I'm like, all right, we're going to make this awkward as hell, but you know what? We're going to get through it. Yeah. And I started having conversations with myself, trying to, maybe I split myself down the line, facing the heel, whatever. Yeah. But that was always a really cool thing. Then I had to play him back in, which was even more awkward. But that's the thing. It's like he was doing everything, fixing the lights, fixing wires. Like he had an entire just maze of just cables like strung out everywhere. It's
definitely cleaned up now. It's definitely cleaned up now.
But yeah, that was his little process.
I think that speaks to how much you care, though. I mean, I guarantee you, if that would have been me, like in my first time commentating, and like one of you guys left, I would just go quiet. I'm not even gonna lie. I'd be like, nope, not doing it. Nope, not gonna embarrass myself right now.
The show must go on.
Exactly, and that speaks volumes of you two, because I know both of you put in the same position, you guys would do what you did. But yeah, you alluded to the fact that you eventually want to get out of commentating. Yeah, speak on that.
I mean, it's cut and dry. I eventually want to get out of production. I want to get out of commentary. I want to get in that ring. I mean, that's what I wanted to do when I first signed up 3 years ago.
Eeh.
Oh, my Lord. December will be 3 years.
Wow.
Man, I am falling behind.
When are you shooting for getting back in? If you had to put a rough estimate on it right now, when do you plan on getting back in?
Spring 2021.
Ooh, that'd be exciting.
Yeah,
I'll
wanted
be
to
seasoned.
get in. Oh, okay. You're still going to put me over.
All right, buddy. Yeah, you crossed the line.
I get you in my debut.
Literally, both of you. Literally, every time we talk about like you guys getting in the ring, you're putting me over. You're my first match. It's like, can I try something? Can I try to be cool or something? I don't know.
I'll make you look cool.
I'll let you get a punch in.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I might let you get
Jay,
slapped.
what are you shooting to get in the ring?
Or about the same time.
That'll be cool.
It really kind of depends on the financials.
Yeah, 100%.
For that, and also for me, COVID and whatnot, it's just
too risky.
Yeah. I mean, as much as I love this business, I go as far as to at least show up when I can and, shake hands or touch elbows and stuff. That's as far right now out of my comfort zone. Yeah. I'm still waiting on to hear some type of good news about the whole world at this point, but
America.
Yeah, but I mean, should I even talk about this? I don't know.
Talk about what?
I'm actually going a little deeper into like the production side, just not with AAPW pretty soon.
Oh yeah, no, talk about it. Cool, dude. That's.
I'm not going to tell you
leveling
who,
up, dog.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you who. I'm not going to tell you where. I want that to kind of be a surprise right now.
That's good. No, yeah, keep it under wraps until it happens.
Yeah, but I was contacted over the weekend. They wanted me to be a part of, and they have take on a larger role within production.
Nice, okay.
So,
my boy Keanu moving on up.
Yes,
I'm not doing commentating. That sucks. You guys do way too good. Money Shot made this.
Oh no, we are not making that a soundbite, please.
I hope it is. I hope it is. Oh,
but yeah. So I mean, that's one of the things. It happened out of the blue.
Yeah, that's super cool. Though. Okay, but you put in the hard work at being good at commentating and being involved in production, so you deserve it.
I mean, you're half right, but I also got to thank my boy T-Ray. T-Ray,
shout out T-Ray. He's a heel.
Hey, listen, all heels are just misunderstood. Okay, my guy.
Oh God.
I even said that on the Greenback
Greenback
episode.
paid both of you.
He didn't pay me to say anything.
I need a manager, man. He's he's got a track record.
But yeah, it's like that T-Ray, he's one of my idols, I'd have to say. I mean, he probably doesn't even know it or anything like that, but he might just be my friend or anything like that.
Might be all of our idols. This picture's up in the bathroom as we speak.
Well, he was mine first, god damn it.
What would T-Ray do? Would he wash his hands? I think he would.
Yes, he would.
T-Ray would wash his hands. Everybody T-Ray would wash his hands.
My bad. Go ahead.
But that's kind of like how it was. Like T-Ray, love him or hate him and whatnot, I've always kind of looked up to him as big bro.
Yeah, he's a really good dude.
That man has put AAPW, like all of professional wrestling, Texas professional wrestling, like on his back, in my opinion. Like I've seen him in promotions just lighting it up, and it's like I want to be that.
Yeah,
I definitely want to be on. Or at least close to. Actually, I think I can be better than T-Ray. Okay. Don't tell him I said that, but I gotta get in the ring.
Podcast, T-Ray. My God.
But I need to get in that ring and train.
Heels don't listen to the podcast.
But that's the thing. It's like it was out of the blue. I was at work when T-Ray kind of gave me the notion, like, hey, this promotion's looking for a commentator at first, and I was like, oh, cool. I'll definitely lend my voice. That'll be like the first show since 2019. Actually, out of AAPW realm and stuff like that. So why not? And then it turns out I was building a relationship with the promoter of that specific promotion, and he offered me that larger role.
Nice.
Just out of the blue. I think it's also because I showed him my work. I showed him how hard I work. I had the portfolio ready to go.
That's so cool.
That's the important tip for you guys. Have a portfolio. Like, just like any regular job, have how you have a resume, have a portfolio of all the stuff that you do.
It's nice.
Yeah. Have it physical. Don't have it on your phone. Have it flash drive or.
We're old men out here. Put it on the floppy disk while we're at it.
Yeah, but have that accessible to you at all times, so that way you can always send what you've done to other promoters and other people. It's just like a job interview and what you never know, you might get lucky. So. Pretty soon, you might see me elsewhere. You know, so.
We want to see it. I do. I know I do. Okay, I want to get back onto the ring stuff because I'm really excited about that. We've literally talked about all of us being inside the ring like since the day I got here.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for that. So yeah, you're shooting for spring, right? Do you have a character in mind?
Oh yeah.
Okay, just to throw this out there just really quickly, I hope that once we're all ready, we all get to do a program where we're all in the ring. So it's like a triple feud, like a triple threat feud.
I plan on already like calling you out and whatnot.
Yikes. What did I do to deserve this?
And we've already discussed a program.
Wait, whoa, what? Excuse me?
No, we can. No,
we cannot talk about that on
Excuse
the podcast.
me?
We can't talk about it.
We can't. That's capable, brother.
Not involving you.
I thought you were
involving the two of us.
Yeah, involving.
Oh God.
We've already know. Just know we've already pitched at the pop.
No, you haven't, but I can just tell by your energies. I already know.
We've already pitched at the pop, and Pop actually likes it. So that's the best part about it.
We got no pushback whatsoever. It was awesome.
Lord have mercy on my soul.
That's something that's actually I got to talk about. That's underrated. A lot of people have been saying we need to normalize the boys giving more ideas to the promoter.
Yeah,
that's something that
Pops is really receptive.
Yeah, he is. I got
as long as you know what you're doing, he'll be fine.
Exactly. He will listen to anybody that understands what it is that they're trying to get out.
And as long as you keep an open mind, because he might want to change some stuff and whatnot. That is one of the reasons. Like, yeah, I give him a shout out on that one. But that's something we have to definitely normalize in all of like professional wrestling. It's just like
talk.
Yeah, give more ideas. Stop, waiting for stuff to be handed down to you. If you have more ideas, write them down. You can bleep that out. But write that down. Talk. Share your ideas and whatnot, because your ideas can actually get some spotlight. Some TV time. And whatnot.
Speaking of Pops, he's in here. Hi, Pops. Can you give a big hello?
He's giving us the go home.
All right. We can't break tradition, right, Jay? We cannot.
We cannot.
We shall not. We will not, and we won't not. There you go.
What is this tradition here that we?
The tradition. Everyone, ready yourself. Everyone, ready? Are you braced? Keanu. The question I want to know. The people want to know. Okay. The universe wants to know.
The people.
Who has your favorite? I messed it up. Who has your favorite ring attire of all time?
Ooh.
I ask it every podcast. People like it. I've gotten good reception from it. People ask me
that is hard.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
That is a difficult one because I'm always going to say the Shawn Michaels attire from
the Elimination Chamber, the doo-doo pants.
The red and black?
Yeah, the red and black. Yeah, that one.
I thought you were going to throw a sword ball and say his doo-doo pants from Elimination Chamber.
Also the one where he was ziplining to the ring.
That one was glamorous.
Yeah. Like, Shawn Michaels has always been, like, the ring attire man for me. Like, that is the epitome of a show-off right there. But, I got to say the ring attire would have to go to Shawn.
Jay, I don't think I've asked you. Who's yours?
Oh, man. Kind of unpopular. I liked Buddy Murphy's old.
Honestly, hey, I can't.
That's underrated.
Buddy Murphy's also underrated. I used to love him in Cruiserweight, but
205.
Yes, dude, him and Cedric Alexander used to have some crazy matches that no one talks about. Whenever he won in Australia, and that's bullcrap. That makes me so angry. When he won in Australia, did you guys see that match where it was it Super Showdown in Australia?
Yeah.
Because that's when Billy Kay and
Peyton.
I love Billy Kay and Peyton, by the way. They're annoying, but in such a good way.
I don't understand why they broke them up, but
it's so stupid. Oh God, we need a separate podcast to talk about crappy stuff like that. Right. But when they won in Super Showdown, when Buddy won, that was such a good match. I don't know if you guys remember that or not, but
I don't remember it because I watch a lot of wrestling and that just gets funneled.
I latch on to things. I was listening back to the Jasmine Allure. Go watch that one. It's a good one. Cheap plug. I was listening back to that one, and I just recalled the stupidest things. I recalled when Kane turned on RVD, and no one remembers that.
No, I totally remember that because that's when he unmasked.
Yeah. And then I remember going back. Was it Greenback when Brock Lesnar, The Rock, and Triple H had a championship match? But it wasn't officially televised, but it was Brock's first technically pay-per-view. And
so this wasn't SummerSlam.
It was a SummerSlam, but it was kind of one of those road events. It was weird. Yeah, I remember stupid stuff like that.
That's weird.
Yeah, I can send it. I'll send it to you guys after this. But
cool.
Yeah. All right. Just to do it quick, this will be the fastest 3 count you will ever do, or we will ever do in our entire lives. The
it
3
might
count
actually be
a 3
just
count.
3 minutes.
It's a 3 count. We go for 3 minutes. We ask you a bunch of questions or not. Who knows? We're students. We don't care. We don't keep time. We do care about the podcast actually a lot, but we never keep up with it because it's different every single podcast. We're going to try to ask you whatever.
And so I have, 3 minutes to answer all as many questions?
Sure. It's different every single time.
Okay.
All right. First question. Who is your top wrestler in the world right now? Man and woman.
Woman, Bianca Belair.
Okay, EST.
Always. EST. Man would probably have to be Big E.
Ooh,
Okay.
He's coming up on something big right now.
Don't get me wrong, Tribal Chief. That is
that dude
great.
It's about time.
I'm loving that too.
I'm loving it, but it's Big E's time.
Okay, Jay, how about you? Since it's a P-Boy
Favorite
podcast.
wrestling pay-per-view?
Favorite wrestling pay-per-view of all time, or like specific brand?
All time.
All time. SummerSlam. Or if we're talking about like non-Big Four, Vengeance.
Do you have a specific
do you
pay-per-view?
have a year in particular?
Oh,
I can think of a good one.
no.
It involves Jeff Hardy.
Pass.
Was it 2008? I believe.
I was thinking 2008.
Yeah,
2008,
2008's a great one. But there are so many that I like. Like I also like 04's Vengeance as well. But that was with a certain person we can't name. You shall not be named. So.
Punk.
Anyway.
Check it out.
Yes, in 2004.
I was calling him a punk. Okay, never mind. Anyways.
Keep going. Actually, before everybody in the comments starts talking about like I'm a WWE fanboy, I also say I love me some Bound for Glory. Not gonna lie.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. Didn't see that coming.
Their Bound for Glory last year was good when Tessa. Yeah.
I mean, whatever. I don't really care for Tessa, but like, I can like who and I don't.
That's
like.
true. No. Yeah. You're human.
I'm not saying like she's a terrible person. No. I just don't like the character. Whatever.
She's just. No, I'm joking.
But yeah, Bound for Glory. But yeah, they put on some solid shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Underrated. Now I think they're getting the credit they deserve now.
About time.
Yeah. Let's see. Who has your favorite women's division right now?
NXT.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I feel like that's probably
Yeah.
an easy question. Them and TNA.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are stacked, dude. They are heavily stacked.
I mean, yeah. I want more women to actually have more time and whatnot. That's why I was actually kind of disappointed why they didn't have the all-women's pay-per-view again. Because they freaking deserve it.
They do.
Like, but...
Becky Lynch really put on for the WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like, obviously everyone else had their play, but, like, what Becky has done, really, I mean, I can't even say Becky because if it wasn't for everyone else involved.
It wasn't with
Or it was
Charlotte,
the whole
Bayley.
division.
If it wasn't for
that
Nia,
whole-
even.
Yeah.
Asuka was a big part in it.
Yeah. You
The
take
eye
your
roll at Nia.
sips, but it's the truth. Every woman
It's the
had
truth. If
that
Nia-
part to play.
If Nia didn't heavy hand Becky, we would not be. I mean, obviously, didn't she? She did. She heavy handed her.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah,
wrong.
a lot.
Honestly,
she's
we
heavy-handed
should be
the
thanking
entire
Nia,
women's
but
roster.
unfortunately, people are on the internet always bashing her, and it's
Yeah.
like we should be thanking her.
Alexa Bliss had a play in it because I'd say Alexa because she got into Ronda Rousey first, and Ronda had to step up and become who she was, and then it was like, okay, now it's Becky versus Ronda and Charlotte. Charlotte, we already know, has been established for a while, but yeah, shout out to the whole women's division.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Shout out to just women's wrestling in general.
shout out to
Shout
women.
out.
We love you, women, in a respectful way.
Can we not? Like, don't make it weird.
That's not. No, I'm saying we appreciate
Calling
you. There
them
you go.
whammon. Like,
Whammon. Do we got another one? You got one more?
If you could wrestle anybody in the industry today, active,
damn.
who would it be?
Active today.
And would there be a gimmick? And where would it be?
Ooh. Well, I mean, I am a big guy, but I know that I get majority of my best spots when I'm wrestling a smaller guy. I know, right? I'm looking right at you, Primo.
I'm not that small. I'm 5'9".
I mean, yeah, I would love to, step into the ring with a Randy Orton. I'd love to step into the ring with, like, an Edge, a Brock
Jesus.
Lesnar, and stuff like that. And, yeah, that'd be anybody's dream. But I want to step into the ring with Mustafa Ali.
Ooh,
Okay.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I think Mustafa could literally, we could make a masterpiece together just off of storytelling alone. And then, you know, it's already been known that he is a Chicago police officer in real life, you know, turned wrestler and stuff like that.
Where's this going?
You already know where it's going. But you know, my character is a reflection of you know, the world views of 2020 and all the stuff that's been going on and whatnot. And
more people need to see it.
yeah, more people do. And I'm not afraid to say that. You can come at me in the comments. I don't care. You can at me, you know, whatever.
At him.
But like, I always have, like, we could do our story just me stepping up to the establishment, because I honestly do feel like my people are always marginalized. My people are always looked down upon and whatnot.
True that.
And with Mustafa Ali, for him to represent that authority, even now,
with
you watch
the
on,
Retribution,
he's a leader of Retribution, when that's authority. Like, yeah, they look like, you know, the rebels that are just there to take everything apart, but what happens when you accomplish that mission?
Yeah.
Now you replace that authoritarian role.
Become the thing you hate.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
And that's the thing that,
That's deep.
and that is a thing that I honestly don't want, you know?
Yeah.
So I think if I ever got that chance, Mustafa, I'm coming for you.
All right, dude, that's a good place to end on.
Nice,
Well, it sucks to
yeah.
end on that, but in a good way. I wish we could have gone longer, but unfortunately, the big boss man told us to wrap it up. So
Yeah, somebody's got to get to school. He's going to get detention.
that's me.
Go get your snacks.
I love
And
that.
Make good
Appetizer.
choices.
And apple juice. All right, so
Don't
that
forget
was
to do your homework.
always. All right, so that's it. Thank you, Keanu. This is basically just a production podcast. I wanted to give you guys the credibility and, you know, adulation that you guys deserve. So,
I mean,
We appreciate it.
we appreciate it, but what we really want, like I said before, just like, comment, favorite, subscribe, please.
subscribe.
Yeah, don't
and share, please.
Just listen to this, please.
Yeah, don't buy into the hype of production. Just buy into the hype of the show.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
What a good place to end it on. All right, everyone. We will see you next time. Peace. He's really just gun bar it. Oh, God.